Hey guys, welcome to this video slash stream. If you're watching it right now on YouTube, then this probably was not actually, it's not actually live, because unfortunately I cannot stream live in what I'm gonna do in this video on YouTube. They don't like me touching stuff, they don't like me teching guns, anything like that. So right now I'm actually streaming this live on Twitch. This was a new idea that we kind of came up with, which was maybe this is a good idea if we do something along the lines of me doing the build video, but actually doing it live so that people can watch it. They can say, hey, you know, give me some tips, etc. So if you're watching this and you've missed the live stream, please do join the Twitch, get on there. Obviously, I'm going to be uploading this afterwards anyway. But this basically is going to be a build where I am not going to be building this, which is my other Saiga 12 SBS. You can see I've changed this quite a lot. But I actually have a kit which is going to make this Saiga 12 SBS a Groza 12, which is a Bullpup version. You're going to see what it's like. But in this stream, what I'm actually going to do is kind of ask for your help. Hopefully you guys can kind of like type, give me tips, let me know what you think. It's going to be a slower form, so this could take quite a while. I think the actual build video from ITP I'm watching is about 40 minutes long. So hopefully I don't get like held up on anything or caught up, but it's a new thing that we're trying. So please let me know if you have any questions as we're going through it, and kind of let me know if there's, you know, stuff that I could be doing in terms of like, right, actually don't do it that way. Don't over tighten this. Because I do teching of guns, but I haven't done something of this scale, I think, in a while. Like this is going to be taking apart this SBS and then kind of rebuilding it in a different fashion. So I'm quite excited. I think this is going to end up really cool. I hope you guys are here for the long haul. I think I've got a couple of people, Jigglypuff, Gus, I forgot I had that username. No sound, by the way. Okay, so that I literally just started the sound and I didn't have any, I just started the stream, I didn't have any sound. So this is the second time streaming. So thank you guys for like tuning in. I'll give you guys a quick open box. I did a little video on this before. You know what the weirdest thing is? Jaeger Precision, absolutely love his channel on YouTube. I think we're like the same person in different bodies, because I did like a little unboxing when I received this kit. I saw about 5 hours ago, he uploaded again his version where he was like, oh, I actually already ordered this kit and it just arrived. So we definitely maybe have exactly the same thoughts when it comes to stuff. But this is going to be my version. I think he got a black one, but this is going to be my version. Is we're going to be taking this guy and putting it onto the Saiga 12 SBS. I'm going to start this video. I'm going to put it into like the corner of the, I'm going to put it into the corner of the screen so you guys can see it if you want to, and kind of like watch through it with me. I might keep the audio off for myself. I'll put it on for you guys because I think the sound is going to like reverberate through my, my mic. And also I think from what I remember, I kind of started watching it and then realized why am I doing that back up? I started watching it and realized I'm not going to want to listen to this. So it's better if I don't annoy myself with that. This is also JK Army. This is who I bought this from. So they sent some patches as well, which is kind of cool, but we don't need those for the build. So what I'm going to do first then is I'll get out the Saiga. We'll get these boxes out the way so that we know that we're not going to need these anymore. This is what it comes like out of the box. I think it might be one of the ugliest things. I literally put up a short about that, about how when I've posted on Reddit in previous instances, people have been like, oh no, he's joined the SBS club. Why has he gone and got a Saiga 12 SBS? It's all about the Ks. I understand that, and I have a Saiga 12K. In fact, I have two of them. One is my like HPA build, and one is another one that is my like custom build that I actually use a lot more. This is the SBS. I actually really like it. I have to say this is super ugly. This A2 style pistol grip. I don't know why they did that. I don't like the angle that it's kind of like got on the actual foldable stock. And I don't also like the actual stock that they put on it. Like I've changed mine, and you can see here, this is what you can make it look like. And I think my one looks a lot cooler than this one, but you may disagree. So let me know on the on that. So I'll have 4 in total, actually, Gustav. 4 Saigas now. I'm going to do a giveaway for one of them, but it's just going to depend on which one. So that's going to kind of depend on what we're doing. The other thing which I'm going to share with you guys, which I think is going to be really cool, is I've got a bit of a setup here. So I can show you my desk. Yep, I know. You can see that, which is pretty cool. And I can also show you my screen, which Let's make sure that we've selected this guy properly, but I can actually show you, oh, that's the wrong one. I don't know why that's showing up there. We want this. Let's see if that's now, nope. Okay, so we're gonna have to close that window. And now it's this one, here we go. So basically it's gonna show you that right there, which is gonna be the actual video we're gonna watch. And then I can also do this. So we're going to put that into the corner and then you can, why is it clicking on the wrong ones? It literally loves putting up the wrong ones now. I'm basically watching myself on the stream. So that's not what I wanted to do. Let's see if we can actually do it with this one now. Screen overlay. Sorry for this. No, it's not doing that either. So I don't know why, but it's deciding that this one it doesn't want to share. So it means I might have to get rid of this. Okay, well, we'll work it out in a second. Anyway, so this is going to be the Saiga 12. If you can share this stream with your friends, if you think anyone who's going to want to watch it is going to be interested in this actual video, please do share it with your friends because it would be great to have a huge group of people here. But here is the instructions, which I think, to be honest, don't really tell me much. Like, they kind of say like, okay, here are the different parts. Here's the front trigger system. And I'm hoping I don't really have to take that apart too much. That's kind of the plan. But we'll put this to one side here. And then we don't need that. And then this, if I show you this guy right here, is the parts that we have. So this is going to be the main part. This is going to go basically over the top, or it's going to be at the front. That's the trigger there that's going to be there. This is the mag like guard here. So that's going to go on the side. This is actually going to be the new stock, so we can replace it. This is going to be the pistol grip, which is much more that traditional style, like from the K, which I'm excited about, but I quite want to try maybe this. Like this is a Zenitco style one, and I don't know if that's going to work, but I am quite interested just to try that instead and see if that could work, because we might not do that in this video. We'll do it in another one. Anyway, so that's the kind of bits that we've got. So what we'll do is we will start by watching this, and hopefully it's going to allow me to actually share the right screen. Nope, so we're going to have to get rid of this. Let me just get rid of that. I want to share this screen. Let me just do, if we do the actual screen, I don't know why we're having this. See there, it's fine. And then when I actually do, so actually what we could do first off is actually watch it in big format. So let me just maximize this. This is the specific video for the SBS. And what I can do is then do an overlay of me. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to go, let's get rid of this. This is my technical difficulties I'm having right now. Okay, so let's pause this. Screen overlay. No. Okay, so I might have to just pop out this chat. Let's see if we can do that. No, that's collapsing the chat. I want to see what you guys are saying, which is the big thing, but I don't want to, let me just get rid of that. I want to see what you guys are saying, but I don't want to have you guys just look at yourself. I'd rather have this. And how do I pop out the chat? Has anyone got that? If I was going to say, does anyone know how to pop out the chat? Because that would be great. But then I realized I can't actually see the chat. Okay, there we go. Okay, right. So how do I pop this out? Pop out chat. How do I do it? Grimlock, you're here, mate. Thank you so much for being here. Chat highlight, mod view, turn on shield mode. Okay, we might just have to get rid of that. And then if you guys have questions, yeah, I kind of need it back, don't I? Kind of need it. I probably should have looked this up beforehand of like how to do it. But I can see the chat now, guys. So if you know how I can just pop this chat out, please do let me know. Turn on shield mode, chat settings. Show shot mod icons. This is just a huge amount of like stuff that obviously if you're a regular Twitch streamer you would know very well. Pop out chat, found it. Okay, cool. So we've popped out the chat. So I'm hoping that if I get rid of that now and I do a screen share, no, doesn't do it. Okay, so if I do this, let's do this. I'll put this here and put this here, and now we can go to screen overlay. Yes, okay, cool. So we've got it there, guys. All right, so what we'll do then is I'll keep this right here. Sorry about that. That's literally like the most dumb thing ever. So if you're watching YouTube, I apologize because you're obviously not watching this live. Right, so here's the video, which we're gonna watch. This is literally the start of it. So we're gonna start playing it and we're gonna try and work out what we can do. Let me see where I should put this. Maybe I should put it up here. I'll make it a bit bigger for you guys so that we can work out what's going on together. Okay, here we go. ITP, the company that's made this. Right, this is the Groza 12. I'm gonna have to be like pausing this quite regularly, I think. Okay, so that is remove one rod as a spare. Number one, I have this rod right here. So we're gonna remove this as a spare. I'm gonna stick this in the Saiga 12 actual box. So remind me if I forget about that. Do not bend the metal wire. I didn't bend it. Okay, It's good that they've actually like done this in English as well, so I can kind of see what's happening. Okay, so now we're gonna have to take this guy apart. So what I'm gonna need is, back this guy up a bit here. I'm gonna need my screwdriver, which I probably should have had ready, but actually it's gonna be a hex key. So let's see if we can use one of my lovely hex keys right here. I do have the chat up, guys, so definitely if you have questions or you're trying to give me a tip, put them up because I will see it. Okay, that's too big. Might have to use my other one. That's going to strip it. I'm hoping we're going to end up with something pretty sweet here. This one, maybe. No, smaller. Smaller. Okay. There we go. Okay, we're going to take off these horrible polymer. I'm going to take these screws. Let me just make sure. I hate these actual side rails. Like, I have to say, I'm not a big fan of them at all. Okay, so we can put that to one side. We're going to get rid of both of them. I'm just going to keep everything in this little Saiga box I've got here. So we can flip this round. Take this one out. I was like, maybe this could be like a good instructional if you've just bought this kit and you're like, hey, how do I do this? But it might not be because it might be a bit slow paced, to be honest. Right, okay, so we've taken those two bits out. That was pretty easy. Take this top cover off, done. That's actually metal, which I don't know why they didn't do the side bits. Okay, so let's remove this. Let's try and pick this pace up, boys. Okay, there we go. One thing I do not want to do is like strip a screw in this. If we end up stripping a screw, it could be a very, very long video of me crying. Okay, so I'm gonna put this here. That's the one thing I do probably need to work out here is like, where am I gonna put all my bits and pieces? They've got like that nice little kind of like box thing there. I'm gonna put that here just in case. I'm gonna take this off. I need to take this flash hider off first. Okay, so I've done this before when I've done changes of the like actual handrail. So I think we're just going to rotate this little gas block piece out here. Let me know if you want the other let me know if you want the other view of the like desk down, because it might be better for you to watch, but obviously you don't get to look at my incredible face, so I don't know if that is something you'd prefer. Okay, so we've removed that. I'm way ahead of this video now. Gustav, can you make a loadout where you have 4 Saigas on at the same time? That is a very, very good question, mate. And I will... Okay, so you want me to install that now? Okay, let's do it. Right, so we need the first piece. This is going to be the first bit of this. And this thing is pretty beautiful. So you can see there, it's like pretty nicely, it's very shiny, but it is pretty stunning, like the actual gas piece. It's got all these numbers on it, which I don't think it's going to do anything. I can't imagine how it is. But we'll put this on. We'll put this right the way in. Okay, that's perfect. That's literally gone in perfectly. Okay, so we've done that. So that means presumably we're going to use that, leave that front end as it is what I'm kind of guessing here. Right, we'll take the top rail cover off. Put that to one side. We'll take the actual spring out. Put that to one side. Okay, so that we're going to need. So I'm going to put that over here. Take the bolt out. These bits I've done before, so it's not too hard. Right, so we're going to undo these pieces. I should probably take this little sticker thing off, shouldn't I? That's going there. I think that would look pretty cool, but having two Saiga 12 SBSs and then two Saiga 12Ks, I mean, I'd have to like side or back mount both of them, presumably. The other thing, guys, is as I'm putting these like screws down, if you could just remind me where I put stuff. It is the good thing with recording things, is I can actually kind of like show you guys where this stuff is. So hopefully, well, I can go back and look at it if I need to. So it's telling me to remove that. And then I'm presuming remove this back. Yep, okay, so we're gonna take that stock out. I don't know if you prefer that. Let me know in the chat, guys, if you prefer that view or you prefer this one. That's too small. Bigger one. Yeah, this grip, I think I'd throw straight in the bin. I mean, you can probably use it on another replica, but for me, it's like the worst thing. I hate it. Like even on, you know, maybe on an M733 or some like older school AR, you may want to have it in there, but I just can't personally take it. Okay, so that's off. Do we want to keep, I'll probably keep the bolt in there. I think I'm going to get rid of this though. So I can just take that away. I want to get rid of this bolt as well. Don't want to get too far ahead of myself. So this is this like adapter plate. And what's going to happen is there's going to be like some kind of trigger bar that's going to go across. So I can remove that, Maybe just keep these in the holes that they're in. Okay, and we're going to get rid of that. And we need to make sure we keep hold of it, okay? So I'm going to get this guy, this nut. We're going to put this here. Make sure we know where it is, okay? And then it looks like this last one here. I need to take this off and get rid of this trigger guard. Like one thing I would say is like, I took the red, like the, I've just dropped a nut. Where did I just put that? Okay, there it is. Okay, well that could have been a really bad part of the video if I just lost that straight away. Yeah, one thing I would say is it's quite interesting how like tight they put on like the flash hider. Like I had to really get a wrench and get it off, and then they decide to literally put these bolts on not that heavy, not that tight. And it doesn't look like they've been thread locked, so I don't really know. Okay, so it's telling me to put these back in that position. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Guy there, this guy here. It's clever that they're actually telling me to do that because it's going to hopefully prevent me from losing where these things are. Okay, right, let's leave that there. Maybe I'll put these here so you guys can see them. That nut I need to not lose. Okay, right, next bit. We're going to remove this piece, okay, and then that's going to sit right here with this. Perfect. I do need to get myself one of these little tech mats because it's pretty sweet. Okay, so looks like getting texts right now. Yeah, my friend's texting me about a video that I just did a commentary on, so that's good. Right, so what I need to do now is turn it this way, it looks like, and then remove these two pieces. I might take this, actually I'm gonna take these stickers off. We don't want these stickers here. It's a really hard one to get off this. Okay, there we go, right. Put that on auto, get rid of these stickers. It means I'm gonna scratch this thing up, but that's gonna happen anyway. Okay, so we're gonna put this here, it looks like, and then I'm gonna take these guys off. Okay. Okay, so I need to get this part out, which is this like little trigger guard plate, I presume it is. So that's going to go in there. So I'm doing this here, guys. Basically putting that in like they are on the video. Put that there. Okay, this is going to be a bit more tough. I just need to lean this on something. Maybe I'll take one of these here, and I'll put this against here so we have it. Okay, so that's going there. I'm presuming this one's going to be the same. Yeah. I didn't actually even fire this thing before I started playing, before I started doing this. Okay, so that one's going to go there. This one, it looks like we're taking off the mount. I also love how they've actually done this in like a sped up version, and it's going to be a 40-minute video. So I'm expecting this could be like, this is going to be an hour plus, would be my guess here, guys, just so that you know what's going on. Okay, that one's going to go there. Oh, so this is a different size. Weirdly, like this is a smaller, actual thread that's in here. It's again, it's like a hex, but it's a smaller hex thread. So, is that going to be right? Yeah. Okay, let's get this off. Normally what I can do as well is I can like pause the video if it's not on a live stream. And that is kind of great because it means that I don't, if I have an issue, I can pause it. Whereas with this video, I can't really do that. So that's going to go in this one here. Okay. Right. So we're just missing that bottom one there. Take off this plate. We can put that away. Right, this corner piece here, I think we're going back now to our standard. Which one is it? It's the bottom right. Okay, we can get this guy out. What am I going to do with it? Oh, no, I'm not. It says leave it in. Now we got to be careful there, see? Okay, so on both sides, I need to loosen, but leave these in. Gustav, let me know like what setup, like how you would have me run that, because I'd love to know how I should like set up a, okay, this is where we're going to get technical, I think. Hold it down, then pull the trigger. Which bit was that? So it was saying that's there. This piece, okay, cool. So we're going to hold that down and pull the trigger. And that just clicked, but yeah. Okay, now put it up into safe, hold it down. Okay, this is going to be a tough one. Okay, hold it down and rotate. Okay, I'm lost a little bit here, guys, so if you could help me. What am I doing here? Okay, so that's putting it into safe, I think. Okay, putting it into auto. Okay, sorry, so that's why it wasn't going down. So we're going to put this into auto. I'm going to hold that down. And then rotate it this way. And then I can take this out. Okay. Yes, boys. Okay, so that is us there. Right, now I'm going to get a punch kit. Okay. Right, so that's going to stay there. Did he put that away or did he keep it? Okay, he left it there. So let's keep this up here. Next, we're going to get the punch. So I'll give you guys a little desk view of this one. Okay, so I'm going to get the punch now. And my punch kit is over here. This is my problem when I get to like this, is it's like there's so much stuff around. So just make more space. Okay, so I'm going to get my punch kit. It looks like it's kind of like a small, no, largish punch. So let's go with this guy and my little hammer. It's telling me then to punch this one. So that's like the trigger bar, it looks like. Put this here. Sorry guys, I want to make sure you can see it. It might be better just to go back to that other one, I think. Okay, so I'm punching that, but not all the way out. Punching this. Okay, so hold on. So I'm punching this one. Let's go back to my normal camera so you guys can see me. So I'm punching this one while holding the trigger, it looks like. And then I'm punching this one all the way out. Okay, so this is one of the pins. I'm going to put this here. And then I'm taking out the trigger pin as well, okay? So there are the two pins right there. Oh, hold on, I've got someone at the door. This is worse timing for... Okay, I may need to sign for a package, guys, so if you're watching right now, this might be a bit annoying. I think he's just going to drop it, but if not, I may need to sign. Okay, I'll be back 1 second. Thank you. You too. Okay, so that's a, oh no, I've carried on playing it, sorry, well at least you got to watch something. So that's a package for me, so I don't know where that is from. Aluminium toy parts, so normally that's something that's pretty good. So we'll see what that is later. Okay, so let me just go back because I just missed a load of stuff. So we've taken those trigger pins out, right? So that's good. Let me not lose this and mess it up. Okay. Turn it this way. Super important, slow down the process, parts might fall out. Okay. Right, so I'm basically removing the trigger box. And there's going to be a spring there, I presume. Okay. I hate springs. It's like the one thing that I really can't stand is springs. Okay, so I'm taking this out. Need to make sure I hold that in place, or I'm taking that out. Okay, so we'll get that guy out. I don't actually have one of those, it doesn't look like. That's really weird. So I don't look, it doesn't look for me like I've got that actual washer. Let's just go back quickly. This is now like multitasking me trying to do this with multiple hands while I'm holding on to this. Yeah, so it doesn't look like I've actually got that piece. Like it's just a, is it still inside? No, I'll show you here. So my piece here just has that, and that's just literally a roll pin. There's no actual internal piece, yeah, there's nothing on there that's like thing. It just sits flush. So we'll see if that could screw us over in some way. Okay, so it's telling me to take this guy out. We'll put that there. Right, carefully remove. So we can put this guy to one side, it looks like. Just see that again. I'm really annoyed about that. Like, I don't know where. There's one on this side, it looks like. Okay, so I'll take that piece out. And then carefully remove the spring. Okay, so that's this spring here. Yeah, and the amount of times I've had like a spring shoot off and it's gone somewhere. Okay, so that's there, that's there. Now I need to remove this spring. Get something a bit thinner maybe. You also don't want to break springs. Like I bought like one of those selection things of springs. So that's saying put this here as well. Okay. And now remove this slide. So it's like a roll pin, okay. So he's pushing it this way out. Okay, cool. So that's coming out there, same as his. Where did he get that spring from? Was that from here? Oh, okay, so that spring came out. So we're gonna have this here. This spring here. Oh, yeah. This guy here. This guy hold on. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, boys. Okay, Gibson, not sure if the link will work. Here it is. Gas blowback comments. Okay, mate, I'm excited to see that, Gibson, for sure. So let me know, mate, if you have any tips on this as well, because I need to work out what I'm doing here a bit. Okay, so this trigger piece is going to come out. Check all the parts. Okay, so I'm hoping that we're good. Okay, so this guy is inside here. Right, so it looks like I have to get rid of this one. So this is the part that I've just pulled out that box. So it looks like this screw here is what I need to remove. Again, I don't want to go too far and then remove it, and then he says don't remove it. Okay, so let's take this piece out. Take this piece off. Hold on, let's just pause that again. Where did we go with that? Okay, so he said take this piece of that screw out. Yeah, got that bit. Okay, so I need to wiggle this bit off, it looks like. This is on here really hard. I'm just like pushing it like, okay, I don't want to rip it off and do something wrong here. Really feels to me like that shouldn't come off. Maybe it is slightly. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're good. Okay, that bit's off. Now the longer screw. Okay. So if I have to take apart the entire trigger box as well, like how long are we into this? We're like 6 minutes 50 into it. And we've got 32 minutes, so this is gonna be a long one, boys. Okay, so we've got that that's coming out. Longer screw. Okay, that's going to one side. That looks to me only a little bit longer, so I need to make sure I put that in the right way. Okay, we're taking the pin out into two pieces. Perfect. Now this guy and this guy. Okay. So we're going to take this one, which is the hammer, and we're going to take which spring? So it looks like, which spring are we taking? This is where I needed one of these arrangement things. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I think that's this spring here. I'm going to stick that in that spot, okay. Right, and now there is a spring positioning groove inside. Okay, yeah, I've got that. Okay, so that's just going to keep that sat right there. Okay, so I need to not let this spring off, but I'm presuming now we're going to put that back. Okay, hold that in place. Okay, now, okay, this is going to be tricky. Going to stick it up through this gap. Line it up. And put this thing facing down. Okay. Okay, the problem with this is it's really tough to like hold it in place like that. See, that just kind of like slipped off right there. So is there a way to hold this, which is going to be... Spring just shot off. I heard it hit right here. Okay, found it. I need to be really careful because that literally, if that is gone, then I'm in real trouble. Famous last words. Okay, so that's going in there, that's going in there. I just can't hold this in place, guys, like this. I know, mate. I'm no help, dude. This is such a niche inside of Airsoft. I've not been a part of it. Excited to see you finish it, though. Use your metric circles on your mat to divide parts. That's quite a good idea. It's just like there's kind of a weird angle on this, so trying not to let it like slide off, especially as it's also got grease all over it. Like the actual trigger box. See, it's just angling every time I do it. So he put it in like that. Let's just make sure. How he must have done this so many times. Okay, so I just need to get that piece and make sure that's facing down. Let's actually like get an idea of what we're doing here first, so then I know. And then that's going to go in there fully. Okay. So I just need to make sure it's going down. Okay. It's done it again. Just slips out of this groove, and I know that if I install it and then that thing's not aligned, I'm just in real trouble. It's just like an awkward shape to actually do it with. Okay, now I need to try and get this in. Okay, so I think we're good there. I think. Okay, so this thing is going, he's putting it in which direction? Okay, in this way, and it's going, opening must face down. Okay. Okay, so I think we're in a good spot there, and now I just need to knock it in. Okay, opening must face down. Then I just want to knock it with a soft hammer. So, okay, right, that hopefully. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good on that. Okay, whew. Next stage. Okay, make sure you press surely to tap that in. Yeah, it is tapped in. Okay, next piece. we're going to take, if we're installing the spring. Okay, so this is another spring. We're going to go back into this spot. Oh, I see, okay. So we're going to basically put this guy back into here. And I hate doing this because as soon as it like shoots off, these are where, when you're trying to compress the spring into like a hole like this, it just ends up going somewhere. Luckily that just went inside. But like someone needs to invent like a spring hunter or like a slow motion spring camera. Okay, let me get a... Okay, it's gone inside again. And again. Problem is there's a big gap like behind it. Gibson, am I going to put in an HPA adapter? Possibly. I think someone said to me, shut off. Someone said to me yesterday, it would actually prevent me from having to potentially do all the mag changes. And it could be a pretty awkward mag change, this thing. Which I'm not 100% sure on. I'm so close. But I have a feeling actually it's going to be the same situation where I'm just going to have to, still the angle of it is going to require me to do it. Like it's going to require the, I'll use a slightly bigger one maybe. The angle is going to require me still to remove the grip. How did he get this in? You know, like, I feel like he's cut the video so many times. And the reason he's cut it is because he failed this 16 times and then just wanted to show the one time he got it in. And to be fair, I can understand that that's probably better for people watching the video. Because you don't want to watch this live stream where I'm just like failing to put it in for 10 minutes. Maybe I go this way first, like the reverse. Never go against what the instructions are when the guy tells you what to do, but... For right now, all I just want to do is get this thing in. Yeah, there's no like back wall to it, so it's almost like it will just squeeze into the gap. Yes, boys, I got it. I did it. Okay, so that's in. See, look, he's just struggling. Now I need to make sure I don't lose that. So there it is. It's in there, just like this guy's one. Okay, so we're now going to turn it this way. We're going to take this bad boy in the little spring. Okay. I'm going to put another spring. I hate it. I hate it. We're going to put this one in this way. And I think hopefully this is easier because it's a back spring. Okay, that was so simple. I literally just pushed that straight in. I mean, it's a lot less like tension spring-wise, so. Okay, then we got this guy. And we're gonna go with another spring, I bet. Okay, hold it down to keep the parts from falling out. See, I don't have that piece. So this is a crucial part and must not be lost. I don't have it. Mine's just flush, so... Like, where was he with that? Look, where did he put that piece? Because I don't have that part, and I don't think there's a place for that part, so I don't know if they've maybe, like, changed the actual build of the Saiga. Yeah, I mean, mine sits there fine, so... Okay, so hopefully we got an issue with that, but we'll see. Okay. This side up. Just see what we're doing here. Okay. Please hold down both parts. Okay, well, I don't need to hold down that part because there's nothing there. Maybe they realized, I'm kind of praying that they realized that it was a pointless thing to do, have that little washer there, and so they just removed it. I'm talking about TM here. They just removed it, and then I just don't have that to deal with. So I think that's in. What the? Okay, so this doesn't seem like it's fully lining up, which isn't ideal. Okay, so the thread must face down. Okay, so this is the guy that we've got. See, my issue here is these aren't lining up. Like here. Like the actual screws aren't lining up in terms of holes, so hole in one, Gustav, 100%, mate. Okay, so let's just go back quickly and just see what they said here. Because I feel like mine should sit in closer than that. Nothing's popped out. It's kind of clicking when it goes in, so I'm presuming it's in right. And it looks like it's like flush in most parts. But that's not aligning at all. And there's nothing blocking it from below. This is where I'll find that little like Allen key thing, that little washer. That's there, that's there, that's there. Like it kind of clicks down where I'm like, okay, well that's right, but it's just not sitting down far enough. Makes this little like click noise. And then it is rocking slightly on that. It needs to sit further over. There we go. Haha! Just a little bit of and then we're good. Okay, right, so that's gone there. I now need this guy with the thread facing, the thread hole must be facing down. So we want it facing up if we're doing it that way, yeah? It's gonna go through, so I see, so it's basically gonna be lined up with where that is. Okay. So I think that's good. And now we need the screw must insert a 90-degree angle, forcing it may affect the rod's levels. Okay, so let's get my little punch. Where has he gone? This is where I start to lose little things. Where is this punch? Will this fit? No, that's too big. I just had my little punch that I did a little jigging with. Can you see it on the screen? Tell me. Badger, if you don't mind me asking, how do you fund these projects? Are you into trading? Gibson, no, I'm not into trading. I actually get this question a lot on the stream, on the channel. People are like, hey, how do you fund it? So I'm a very fortunate person, but I also live in, I sell real estate. Hold on one second, my wife's texting me. So I sell real estate, and I sell real estate in a place that is very expensive houses. So I live in LA, and that means that when I sell houses, they cost a lot of money. So I'm very fortunate that I can do quite a bit of work. I can have time. There we go. I can have time for my kind of real estate, but also play some airsoft. Well, that's the dream. So yeah, so I kind of fund it through work, but it is it's airsoft that is the, okay, cool. So there it is. It's real estate that funds the airsoft basically. Do not force the screw, making sure you align the holes. So I've done that. The longer screw. Okay, so it's this guy. It's going to go through here. And I'm going to tighten that up. Or are we? Okay, so that's not going in right now. So I thought I'd lined up the... Okay, there we go. Looks like I need to push it slightly. But yeah, so that's kind of how I fund. If that answers your question, mate. Sorry, it was a bit of a long-winded way of answering it. Well, I'm just rambling, going back and forward. But I used to sell real estate in London. Okay, so this isn't sitting there. I thought I had the screws the whole way through, and that feels like I do. It's so weird. Let's just do this again. So I think I can see that straight the way through. I'm like trying to apply a little bit of force, but not too much. Yeah, exactly. So I kind of, yeah, I make a lot more money probably than your like average agent would make on doing the same amount of work, basically. I mean, it's like the clientele and the people who you're dealing with can be very high maintenance, I'll put it that way. But, you know, so you've got to be a little bit more, maybe like fine touch with some clients. But yeah, it's very much similar to like you're doing the same amount of work for a lot more money, depending on the house price. But I'll do the same amount of work for like $1 million house if I sell that, as opposed to, you know, something which is quite a bit more money than that. Or not the same amount, but it's a very similar amount of work, and it's not really like price dependent on the deal. You know, it's like one house could be very easy and it could go into escrow instantly and close, and then one deal could be an absolute nightmare and not close for a long, long time. But it does mean that I can set my own schedule, and so I can get this done. I'm really perplexed by this one, guys, because it feels like the screw is going down into it and it's in the right spot, because I can kind of see the alignment, but it's just not going in. And it almost feels like there's like a little ledge that's kind of like inside that trigger box bit. That is kind of like preventing it from going in. See if that's done it. Because I presume they may have had issues then where people have split this or done something with it, which has damaged the threads. Don't want to lose that screw either. But I have tried trading and stuff as well, like more Forex trading. I'd find it quite boring. I like kind of getting tips on stuff and seeing where that goes, but actually doing the trading, like picking trends and stuff like that, is not as fun for me. Oh, this is so annoying. It's almost, yeah, there's almost like it's not getting to the actual threads because there's like something stuck in the way. And we're good. Thank God, sorry. If you get a chance to come back to the UK, Blackstone CQB opened up in my area. Awesome site, thank you. One of the better CQ bites in the UK. They don't allow any speed soft, so it's tactical room clearing. Yeah, I would absolutely love that, mate. Where is that in the UK? Is that in London? I feel like there was one guy who was opening a site who was messaging me about being in London, and I can't remember what his name was, but he was doing it. Okay, right, so I think we've done that. Take the longer screw, put it in. Sorry, this is, we're getting some hold-ups here, boys. Okay, don't over-tighten it. I think probably when this goes up on YouTube, I'm just going to upload it. I'm not going to do a premiere, because sitting around with people watching this and then me struggling for 5 minutes to do something's probably not the most fun. Cambridge area, about 50 minutes from London. Perfect, mate. So I've got a place in London in Clapham Junction, where I try and go with my family. Okay, hold on. Let me just get back to this quickly, mate. Sorry. Okay, so we've done that bit. Now, we're going to make sure the thread direction matches the video. Double check carefully. What do you mean the thread direction? Okay, so if we turn it like this. Okay, so it's vertical, yeah, okay. So that makes sense, all right. So basically that means that the actual like piece is sticking up like that is on his. We're gonna put it like that. Okay, so this is that piece again. So I expect what this is gonna do is this is gonna fire the trigger through doing it like that. Trigger guard is gonna, that trigger bar is gonna pull that along there. And then, okay, so that looks right. Do some little measuring. Yeah, that's good. Take this screw, and then this one's gonna lock this one in place. Okay, so that makes sense. And that one goes in super easy. I should really be thread locking everything here, but if I mess it up and have to retake it apart, congratulations, the most complex piece is complete. Okay, that's great. Now we're going to take the fire selector and we are going to turn it this way. And put it back in. A bit of hair on there, it's not great. Okay. Okay, so that's gone in. Now rotate it forward. Yep. Okay. So that's gone in there. Yep. Okay, that's clicked in, which is nice. Putting it to full auto, or sorry, to semi-auto. We're then going to take, so hold on, let's go back. I do not want to mess this up. Now we've done the most complex part. Okay, so we're going in there with that. You can pull back this. I'm then going to put in one of the pins. Yep. Straight into this piece here. Let me pull that out of the way. Okay. So let's hopefully. Okay, that one's gone in nice. So basically we did all of that just to basically put this little trigger bar in here. Okay, so that little hex key is going to go there. And we're going to put on the pistol grip. No, we don't want to put that on. Okay, so that screw, which I left in here. Good thing they told me to keep that to one side, isn't it? Okay. Sorry, mate, I'm going to get to your chat in a second. So we're going to get that one. I think there must be a mag base plate in here then. Yep, okay, cool. So this guy's going to go here. This guy's going to go here. And then it looks like we're going to use this boy to go in here. That's what I'm presuming. A bigger one. Tighten in stages. Okay. Oh. Okay, so that's going to go in there. What does tighten in stages mean? It's not big enough. Okay, let me just make sure we're pausing this and we're not going too far. Okay, so that's nice. I love how that's got a QD sling point right there. I think that's going to be pretty sweet to have. Sorry, mate, I'll get onto this quickly. One of the best CQ biases, they don't allow speed soft. Yeah, it's some, but I bet there's some insider trading tips coming through some of your clients for sure. Yeah, not really. I don't really have like insider trading tips because it's more Forex stuff that I'll trade. So I own stocks and shares, but it's more Forex. So it's more like, okay, is the Japanese pound going to get strong against the yen or that kind of thing? And a lot of it is like looking at graphs and like kind of, you know, what direction things are going to move in. Is it hitting a resistance line? Tried doing that for a while because it's quite nice to be able to sit at home and do that and do it whenever the market's open, but I couldn't really do that. Straight down the A1 to Huntingdon. You'll have to let me know when you're in the area. Be good to play with games with you. Gibson, I would absolutely love that, mate. My one issue, I really want to build up a UK set of stuff. Hold on, let me just quickly get onto this little thing. I really want to build up my like UK set of pieces. Where did he get that actual screw from? Okay, so he took it from the front of this one. Okay, yeah, I want to build up my like set of UK kit so that I can have like a kit there because I want to play with my stuff, but also I don't want to fly with it to the UK because I can imagine that would be an absolute nightmare. So I kind of want to have like an MWS setup, have everything there, but also you have UCARA rules, and I used to have a UCARA license in like 2013, but I haven't had one since since then. And so I would have to buy currently two-tone replicas. So I kind of need to go there, maybe borrow your kit, go and play a couple of games, and then after that we could I could get my Yukara license, and I can order my own stuff, keep it at my place, and then I can just fly in to play some games, because I do watch like UK YouTubers, and I really am like, okay, well, I kind of wish that I could be playing that. So that's saying I should retighten this as well afterwards. That's the smallest one. Okay, that seems pretty good, and this one seems pretty good. Because that means if there's like a UK event, or I just want to kind of get some gameplay and do stuff, then I'd absolutely love to be able to do that. Okay, so next thing he's saying, turn it this way. Okay, he's saying that we need to hold that down and then remove this pin. I don't think that's going to be that easy. I feel like I've tried doing this before. Okay, I've just said I've tried doing this before and it's not that easy, but it actually is. So we're removing this thing here, getting rid of this horrible stock. Okay, so we're going to take... Weird, mine was actually put on the other way to his. Look, my thing has come out the top, is this small screw. And then in the bottom is the actual, like, pin. It looks like his one was... the pin's in the top. So, like, it's coming out further and further and further. So I don't know if that's like a QC thing, that whoever at TM's put mine in the wrong way or put his in the wrong way. But it seems like we've got the opposite. You see, mine's coming out the bottom here. Okay, so I'm going to put that back together. Cool. And his has also got a washer that mine doesn't have, again. Okay, so then we're pushing this guy in, we're removing this. And I'm going to put that down here, back into my little Saiga box. Okay, so we've got that now. Right, we're going to put the stock on here. And I'm really excited with this one, boys, because look at this. This thing is so nice. I think I've had a lot of comments of people saying, like, you bought the right color. And I would 100% agree, because I think this color is gorgeous. Okay, so we're just going to take the screws off the back here. Okay, let me just pause this for a second. So I'm taking this piece off. I'll take these little screws and put them here. Then he's turned it this way. He's pushing this thing down. He's pushing that down, and then he is... Okay, so it's like he's pushing that down. He's placing this guy in here. Oh, here's my little washer. So do I want my washer in there, or he kept it off to one side, did he? My O-ring. I kind of want to keep it in there. Let's leave it in there for now. Or is that a big mistake? I don't know. I feel like something being more tense is not going to be worse. Okay, that's going that way. I'm going to put the screw... Okay, no, because that was holding it in place. So let's keep this off to one side here. Okay, so he is... So he put it back in. What do you think? Should I put this in the same way, or should I put it in the way that he's done it? Because mine was an opposite direction to his. Okay, I'll do it the same way he's doing it. I'll keep that O-ring just in case we want to mess around with that later. Do not tighten it too much or it won't rotate. Okay, so again, we probably are like, okay, let's not. Yeah, I think this could have been good not going with the O-ring. It's rotating, but it is loose. You think that's too loose? Like, what's his doing? Because when I push my thumb there, it's just... I want to put that O-ring back. I'm going to go for it, guys. Sorry for my delay here. I'm going to put the O-ring back in there. Because I just don't, like, I'm one of those people, I hate anything that rattles. I hate anything that is, you know, like, I'll have to put like an AccuWedge between my uppers and my lowers. I can't allow anything to like click or... So I've got another couple of builds, guys, as well, which I need to do. And I don't know if we like this format where I shoot it in this live and then I upload it to YouTube afterwards. I might do some of those in the same way. I've got like an AAP01 build to do, which is going to be pretty cool, I think. And then I've also got an upgrades on my MTW. So that's that Wolverine. Like, I've got some different things. I found a new tank for the back of it, which is pretty great. It like reduces the size of that stock considerably. So don't do it too tight. I think that's a lot better. That to me feels so much better. I'm very glad I did that. Okay, so we've got that in place. I'm now going to put this guy on top with the circle below and this guy here. Looks like that's not sitting fully flat on that. Looks like there's some kind of like wiggle or give on there. But let's try and put them in and just see. That is the right way, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Just make sure we pause that. Sorry, mate, I'm going to ask you as well. CQB, to be frank, are reasonable with the Yukara stuff. Blackstone CQB, I don't have mine, but I've had my firearms certificate and I purchased them on that. If you say you're a dual citizen and play airsoft in the US, okay, well, mate, if that is something that I can do, I would love that. I think it may help because I've got the YouTube channel as well. Like, I've definitely had like UK YouTubers and stuff and people who work in airsoft in the UK reach out to me before. And it's not like I'm like, oh, I play in the US and I play in the UK. I've actually got a way of like proving it. So that may help. Okay, my issue is going to be that that's not allowing me to put that in that position. Okay, yeah, so it is doing that for them. Try adjusting it, don't add force. Okay, so I was like, okay, well, I've done that wrong, but it seems like that's actually the... You'll loosen it on here. Okay, so that's there. Not really a scratch. I was like, okay, I'm going to end up scratching this thing. Well, that's not too bad. I think this could be a lot heavier probably than what it is out the thing. I'm sure the next time you visit the UK, you'll be able to get a non-two-tone riff. I hope so, mate. I really hope so, because I hate two-tone. I remember buying them when I was younger and it just was not fun. Okay, so that is where we are. I mean, it already is like, that's pretty damn cool. So now if I push this here, I can, what's it saying I have to do there? It's saying like you can rotate it, but it's not too much. So don't force it. But then why is he saying to me, okay, so I have to put my finger inside to push the button to unlock it. But mine is definitely like catching. Okay, so maybe I do need to loosen this slightly then. It seems weird that I'd have to loosen it a little bit. Okay. I mean, that allows it. Just seems weird. I mean, I don't think I'm going to want to remove that very often. I can't think what I'm going to remove it for. So I'm thinking I just keep it on, and then if I need to, I'll loosen this nut to do that. That's not clicking in now fully. So we're saying do that, smack it. See, mine's not fully clicking in. So maybe I do need to adjust this bit slightly. Seems like a very weird, like almost like defect to this build. It's not allowing you to click this in fully. Okay, that's in now. So I kind of just want to lock it down in that spot. I don't understand why I would need to ever remove this. Like in the chat, let me know. It's online websites where you need a Yukara. Most shops will sell you them, and their way of making it two-tone is just blue stickers. Oh, really? Because it used to be super strict, I feel like. Oh, I thought that changed? Because I feel like when I lived there, that was like the really annoying rule that everyone had to like. It changed like when I was a kid, before I was 18. It was like, okay, this is. Okay, you're joking. Now I have to open it up. Do I actually have to do that though? Or are you just being annoying? Okay, well that one opened fine. So I don't know if I've just done something there. Okay, so that I'm going to tighten again. Okay, so it's saying I'm then tightening this. Okay, cool. So that makes sense. I don't know why we loosened those then. Was there something there that we did which like did it? But yeah, mate, I really want to get a set of kit. I mean, I'm not obviously going to have the same amount of stuff there than I do here. But I do want a set of kit just so that I can jump on a plane and be like, hey, there's this event, or I want to go and play this location. Because there's a lot I miss about playing in the UK. Like, the UK was a pretty great place to actually play. Okay, right, so that's there. Next, what we're going to do is we've done that tightening. I'm getting pretty excited, guys, I have to say. Okay, tighten, tighten, tighten. I don't know why we did that then. Maybe it was just like a... Okay, so we put the bolt back in. You can see there, they actually haven't done the best QC on this TM. Look at that wear and tear right there. or the lack of paint, I should say, from where that dust covers should be. Okay, so that's in. Then I'm putting my recoil spring back in as well. I don't know if I should upgrade the recoil spring in this one because I've done that on my other ones. I feel like I have to, because if this is a build that I want to do like this, then I kind of should. Okay, so now we're putting the top cover back on. I thought we were done with the top cover, but apparently not. Okay, so that's where, oh damn, okay, I am going to have to obviously, that's how I'm going to have to bloody open it, isn't it? Is I'm going to have to have the ability to open it up and like take the recoil spring out. So I'm definitely going to have to remove that back piece. I was thinking, why do I need to get access to that? Now it makes a lot of sense. So when they were designing this, they must have been like, okay, how do we do this? How do we do that? Because it's not like you're just designing it from the ground up. You're designing it to look a certain way and then to fit with... And then to fit with this actual like Tokyo Marui design. I hate how it does that sometimes. It just holds up on that back bit. Okay, there we go. Right, now it's saying that this thing is going to hold on to here specifically. Okay, so that's where it's looking now, which I think is pretty great. That looks like it's working. Okay, so we're now going to turn this guy this way. I'm now going to undo this front screw by the looks of it, and this one, but not take them out. Okay. Or if you have a friend in the UK with your car, just get him to purchase it for you. It'll have to be sent to his address though. Gibson, it sounds like you are volunteering, mate. Is that right? You're volunteering to be my friend who's going to buy my RAF for you. Can you not get in legal trouble for that? I feel like that would be something they could get you for. Okay, so it looks like we're doing the mag plate now, which again, I'm pretty excited for. You know, the other thing which I did, which I think is going to be quite cool, is I've actually ended up ordering a load of like the PLA stuff that I'm 3D printing with in this kind of like olive green color. And I don't know what it's going to look like until I see it in person, but I think it could be a very cool thing just to print excess parts for and match this. So if I want to print like a rail cover or something that's gonna like play in, because obviously like if you're getting the all black kit, and I think Jaeger Precision actually in that video that I saw, he ended up having that kit which was in black, and so everything's kind of matching. With this, I like the kind of like two-tone effect that you're getting, but it does mean that like I'm not really able to like match stuff to it very easily, whereas black's black, you know, you can match stuff to that very, very easily. Okay, so that's there. This is here. What else do we have? So that's there, and that looks very cool again. I love it. I love it. Yeah, mine looks way cooler than yours, Mr. Teach You How to Do It stuff guy. Okay, so now this trigger bar is going to have to go on. Oh, okay. We're picking up the big boy. Do not bend the metal wire. Yes, sir. I will not bend the metal wire. Oh, no. Okay. This guy's going over here for a second. We'll do a little comparison at the end as well, and you guys can tell me whether you think this is cooler than my current Saiga. What's he going to say in his little speech bubble? Okay, so let's undo that, undo that, undo this. I'm going to go speed on me. I feel like Speedsoft's not as big, Gibson, in the UK as it is here. Like, I definitely don't see as many like Speedsoft videos in the UK or in like UK format than I do in the US. Like US, it's pretty big. It's maybe not quite as big as Milsim, it doesn't feel like, but it's definitely... Okay, so I'm undoing all of those and then I'm spinning it over and doing the same. So I'm gonna have to take all of these screws. Okay, so I'm not going to lose any of these. We're going to put that there, that there, that there, that there, that there. They're all the same screws, so that should be pretty easy. Spinning this guy over without bending the wire, because the guy would get very annoyed. I presume that's why they've given you 2 wires, because this wire is very, very flimsy. Let me know, guys, as well, if you want to get any of the like desk shot close-ups. Where is it? This guy. You want to see this instead. I'll do this bit for a bit, maybe, so you guys can see that. No, there's no law against it. UCARA is not a government body or organization. I'll audio stuff for you. If you trust me to send you buying it, I trust you, mate, for sure. But we'd have to like... I'd maybe meet you at the shop. That would be an amazing trip. Fly over, meet you at the store. We could buy it. You obviously buy it technically, but I'll give you the money. And then we can go and play together afterwards. I'd absolutely love that. Okay, so those things are there. So I'm presuming I'm sliding this guy off here. Do not bend the metal wire. He really doesn't want me to bend this metal wire. Okay, so we're removing this top bit then. Okay, let me go back to this camera. I like to be able to look at you guys. Okay, so we're removing this top piece. Boom. And then we're removing this guy. Boom. Put this guy over here. It looks like we're loosening all these nuts. Okay, I need my... What's quite good is they've only used like 2 different sizes of, or it seems like they've only used 2 different sizes of hex key in general, other than the pistol grip. And they've also used the same size hex like grips, the M3s or whatever it is, as the actual Saiga. So I'm not having to like switch between 5 different ones. It's like 2. It's slightly smaller, slightly bigger. Okay, so that's there, that's there. I've taken it to a point now where they're like flush, which I think is what he's telling me to do. Right, we're now taking the trigger unit and I am undoing. Don't bend the metal wire. Jeez, man. I know, I understand. I've just said that and then actually it's a bigger hex key for these ones. That metal wire will likely be to hook the trigger or create the bullpup. Yeah, I think that's right, mate. And then I thought that trigger bar kind of thing would be to do with that as well, but it might not be. Or like a cover for it potentially. Speedsoft has its place at the Speedsoft site. Nothing worse than trying to play Milsim and someone is rushing through every door saying, I'd say CQB sites are a lot more common than tactical sites. Yeah, I don't mind CQB players in general if they are nice people. Like there's definitely some bad actors in that whole kind of genre, like culture, which just give it a bad name. You know, it's the kind of very egotistical, like, look at me, I'm going to run through, I'm going to shout at you, I'm going to do whatever. And I would say generally that's not my experience, but I've had some really bad ones at the same time. Okay, so that's there, that's there. Now what am I doing? So okay, that's good. Okay, we've done that one, we've done that one. I'm now removing the piece out at the bottom. Okay, and that's just pulled out another one of these screws, it looks like. Okay, yeah, so that pulled that one out, so I need to keep this in place. Okay, now I'm taking that one out. I'm putting that here. Okay, so now we're putting this pistol grip on. Do not bend the metal wire. I understand. Okay, so do I have to go and get tape to do this now? You know what I might do is see if I have... Where did I put... So I have my little stickers. So I got my little TM sticker maybe from actually taking it off the replica. So let's see if I can do that and make this guy happy. What's he saying? Put it here and just kind of block it. Keep it in place. I feel like they could have found a better way than writing "do not bend the metal wire" on a lot of this part. Okay, so now we're doing this here, turning it this way. Yeah. Taking that. I feel like we just had this in here. Why are we putting it out again? Put that one there. Okay, we've basically just taken that screw out of place, it seems. Okay, so I'm going to take these two. They could have just kept that screw separately, couldn't they? Did I put both of these back in? No, just one. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, this is not good. Hold on. So what are we doing here? So we are... This is getting very confusing. I don't know why he's put up so many different signs on here. Okay, so we're putting that to the side. Oh, this is the bit of tape I was supposed to use. Okay, well, I didn't use that piece of tape. But I'll use it now, just in case. Put it over the top of my sticker. Okay, cool. So we've put this bit back in. I've then put the top one in. That's exactly what I've done. Screwed it down. Okay, now I need to push this button. You must hold this down before striking. Okay, so now I put this guy here. It seems like I'm going to put a punch in there. Okay, so I'm going to put my punch in there. And then I'm going to strike this. I kind of want to use a bigger punch. It is coming out though. Okay, yeah, so it is coming free. Do not bend the metal wire. I might just call this video "Do not bend the metal wire." Okay, so I think that is now out. Okay. Yeah, mate, I mean, Gustav, 100%, bud. I have no idea how. What did he just do? I'm almost there, boys, almost there. Okay, so we hit it with the hammer. It came out. We then pull this out, push this. I don't understand what he's doing with that one. Like, was that all we needed? What is he doing on that? Why is he hitting it again? Because it's not gone out far enough? Let me know, boys. I need to understand this. So he's put that in. Yep, great. We've banged it. Once it's tapped out, don't push it back in. The video just shows the motion for demonstration. Okay. Okay, I see. So he's pushed it fully out. Don't push it back in. Okay. Tap. Make sure to tap gently. Okay, so that's out again. Right, now we're going to take this screw. We're going to put it back in here. And now this is super awkward to like get it in. Why are we doing this at this angle? Okay, well that means that I can do that. Okay, so I'm just going to tighten this guy down. With this guy here. I don't know why we didn't put that one in as well. I presume just because we needed to tap on the inside. Okay, so we'll tighten that. We'll tighten this one. Let's make sure that's tight. Okay. Do not bend the metal wire. Pull that out. Okay, that's great. I was thinking, do you think you could have like done it for a left-handed person? Okay, there's Gibson saying he said it was good just for demo. Luckily you're watching, mate, and I'm not. Okay, be inserted into the groove. Okay, so we can take these stickers off now. It's got to be inserted into the groove. We're then going to take this bad boy. Okay, don't bend it. Okay, hold on. So it looks like, okay, this needs to sit here, but it feels like that. Don't bend the metal wire, mate. Almost did that. Okay, so this looks like it needs to kind of come down the side here of this replica here. Needs me to put this in like that, but it's not going on straight. Let's just go back again. It's almost like there's a bit of an angle on it. Okay, so that's out and that's in that position. Okay, is that fully out? Okay. Inside the groove, yeah. Take this, run it along the side. That's what we're doing. Okay, mine's not sitting in that space well enough. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I just need to force this down a bit more. Mine's there, but it's not fully down. I know, Gustav, rule number 1, almost failed. Just tap that a little bit, see if we can get it. Okay, I think that's going to be close enough. We'll go with that for now. Let's just actually quickly look at how close he had it. Because it's a tight squeeze, that thing, where you're like pushing it in. Yeah, I think we're good. We'll leave it like that for now. Okay, now we're taking that pin that we took out and putting it back in here. Oh, so this is going to be the position that's going to pull it in, I think. Okay, and then we're going to use my thing to tighten that in. Okay, guys, so it looks like right here, the wrong size one. I think this is going to be where that kind of like rail connection piece is. You know, like normally when you have the handrail mounted on the SBS out of the box, it's going to be where that actual piece is. But I've got to make sure that's going to thread in properly. Okay, that's going in. Good. Going all the way in. Okay. Right, so I'm just going to tighten that the whole way. Please pay attention to installing method shown in the video. Okay, let's do that then. Right, so that seems good. This guy is now going to sit over that piece. Okay, that's good. So that's fine. The metal should not move part of the large angle, it must stay level. Yeah, that looks pretty level. Okay, now we're going to grab this bad boy, which is a cover, it looks like, that's going to go over the top. Okay, now I need to make sure that I'm not dropping any of these screws. I'm going to do a faster way than he is, where I'm just going to like slightly thread these in. So that's kind of cool. So this thing is literally just a cover for the wire. So you definitely can't bend that wire now. Okay, where's my little guy? That guy. I'm going to do all of this and then realize like I've left something out or the actual wire's missing. Just let me know what you want to read at the store beforehand so that it's there for you. That's a great idea, mate. Okay, well, you live in Cambridge, I presume, not in London. Video tutorial is actually good. Imagine going solo, yeah. Wrong-handed people don't get nice stuff. Gibson, my son is actually left-handed and so is my father. So I'm not left-handed, but now I've got this kind of like, you know, affinity / feel bad for left-handed people. Where is my screwdriver? Under here, great. But I would find it really annoying. Like he's writing his name in school at the moment and like he's getting better and better at it. Like his letters are pretty awful. Don't tell him I said that. But the funny thing, well, not funny thing, but the one thing is that like he keeps rubbing, he'll like write, but then he's rubbing out. It's like with a marker and he'll rub out what he's writing because of what it is. Okay, so tighten the screws. Yep, we've done that. The one thing with the Saiga 12 platform as well is because the recoil's so hard on it, like screws come loose pretty easily. Okay, when turning to the safety position, never pull the trigger. Okay, well that's good to know. They haven't got some fail-safe in there that's going to stop that from pulling. Okay, so we've not got it in that when turning to safety, never pull the trigger. Okay. So now, hold on, how's he got the... Okay, so if I pull this, that's working, but okay, cool. I was like, something's just dropped out there and it isn't. Okay, so that is quite cool. So now we're doing this. We've got like the wrapping action and this was pulling the trigger and now it's not. It feels like something's gone in there. Oh, boys, please don't tell me this is happening. Okay, like the fire selector's now not moving properly. Like it's jammed. Because I can hear the wire going. Maybe this has come undone. Oh boys, this could be an absolute nightmare. What have I done? Okay, let's take this out. It worked the first time. But if it's this temperamental as well, I'm like, okay. This is not ideal. Okay, so if the wire's still on there, yeah. Okay, so it's weird where this is now out of position. It's almost like that slipped within here. I'm not getting that return. Fucking hell. Maybe one of those springs clicked inside of it. That's not really helping, is it? Because I cannot move the fire selector back up into safe now. I can only go full auto and not even into... Sorry, I can go semi-auto and then not even into full auto. And I don't know why, but this thing, the angle on it has gone weird. What am I going to do? Do I take it apart from the back and then just try and see where we are with it? Okay, so I can move that out of the way. Take this out, take this out. Take the bolt out. Okay, so that's now working fine. It's like this is jammed. So I think the spring in it is gone. Yeah, it's almost like this isn't moving properly. That's fine. You know what I think it could be is that piece where it was like the washer. You know, like how like it was the really important piece that you can't lose, and I didn't have it in the actual replica. Because it seems like there's just too much resistance on that thing. Because when I pull the trigger, it'll go, but it won't come back. And that thing needs to be coming back. If I loosen this slightly, let's see if I do that, then that might help. Maybe you had a trigger incorrect position when you pulled the selector back in. Possibly, mate. It's like this is just... Okay, that's a bit better now, it feels like. Okay, that's better now. So maybe I just have this too tight. This just needs like loosening a little bit. But to be honest, that's not great. See, now it's moving. Like now it's actually moving. But before that wasn't doing that. That was basically stuck in place. So I have got a feeling there's something with that washer. I mean, I think that's going to be held in place anyway by the... see, that again's not done it again. So I'm gonna have to work out a way, I think, to make this like move more smoothly. Okay, well, let's put it back on and let's work out what we're doing. Okay, so have I just taken all of these screws out and not remembered which one's which? That would be good, wouldn't it? That's that one. This one, no, this is this one here. The back one was the small one. So I should have, again, been more careful with that. I feel like that happens, is it like starts to go wrong. But I can't remember, can you guys think, is that where that washer was supposed to be? Because I don't think it was on this actual Saiga. And so if that is the case, and luckily, because I filmed it, we could go back and look. But I've got a feeling it wasn't on the Saiga in that location. And if that's the case, then their kit may need like some kind of extra piece to come in. Or I can try and find some washer, which should be a lot easier, I think, than trying to contact them and say, hey, or contact TM and say, why was my washer missing? But it was working. I actually didn't fire it beforehand, which I should have done. Okay, so if I do this, I do this, I do this, and then I just tighten this with my screwdriver. Okay, so that's working now. And it is slightly moving on that actual... So maybe I'm just gonna have to watch that out or put some kind of cover on it. Because that's the issue right there. Is gonna be this actual screw being too tight. Or maybe it just wears in over time. Copper washers. Yeah, I think that could be what it is. But then do I need it internally or could I put that externally? That washer. Okay, well, it seems fine for now, so we'll leave it like that, but I need some fixes, guys. So if you could try and let me know what you think I should do, and that would be great. Okay, so hopefully we're getting close. So that's going to tighten. This is going to tighten. This is going to tighten. This is going to tighten. We're looking hopefully good. Okay, right, so now I can put this back in. Put this back in. I love how it said, watch out for this part. This is an important part. And of course that comes back to bite me later on. Yeah, so I'm doing stuff with the Wolverine, which is going to be like putting a different engine into it. Like an actual Reaper Gen 2 engine, which a lot of people online start saying, oh wait, why didn't they use the Gen 2 engine when they did, when they actually built it properly? Why didn't Wolverine do that? It's so much of a better engine. It's better for a DMR. And then of course I'm like, right, well, if that's the case, then I need to get the best of the best. So I'm going to go get that. And okay, that's locked in. Good. Okay, so now if we do this and we put it on full auto, okay. Yeah, so that's working and it's fine. Like the trigger response is fine. So I don't know. Yeah, I think I am going to do that, Gibson. I'm going to have to Loctite the screws, especially that one. I'm going to have to work out how to secure that properly. But to Loctite, and then if I'd have Loctited and then gone back and been like, crap, I need to redo all of that, that would have just made this a lot longer. Okay, come on. We're getting close, I think. Okay, so now we're going to undo these parts. Okay, we're going to put these screws to one part. I'm going to put them up here in this corner. No, not that middle one. Okay, so the trigger guard's going to go on here. I'm going to take these ones out. Okay, so it's probably going to need a larger screw to just get into that space. I'm presuming. The other thing, so I've also worked out I need to have a flash hider on the end of this thing because it's going to be so short. Okay, let's just quickly move that, move that. This guy's going to go here. Does it say I have to remove that? I just missed this bit. I have to remove that screw too. Okay, take that one out, take that one out. I need to take this one out. Okay, this is going to go on here. Okay. It's quite interesting. They like kind of say keep this screw, or like they're kind of like, okay, throw this bit away, or not throw it away, but they take it off the screen. And then with like these screws that were in that place, now it's like, okay, you're not going to need them. We've put screws in here already, which I'm glad they've done, like screws that are supposed to go in there properly, but it's still quite confusing that they're making you like set this aside just in case, or like it's going to go back in. It's like this trigger bit. I'm like, okay, oh, I've split you over to here. Okay guys, so I've actually just lost one of my cameras. So it might have just overheated. Good thing I'm on this streaming software that switches us over. Okay, so it might be that the rest of this video is in this format. Although what I can do is, yeah, I might have to do it in the rest of this format. I'll let this camera cool down and see what happens, and then we'll bring it back. But I'm here, guys, don't worry. So yeah, it's kind of weird that it's doing it in that way to me. Okay, so we're going to go with that, we're going to go with that, we're going to go with this guy. So it does use the same trigger guard as the original out of the box. Tighten that, we'll tighten this. Tighten this. Okay, next bit. Yeah, sorry, we did this already. Put this on, put this on, put this on. Yep. Remove the washer. Where's this washer? Oh, okay, so I'm presuming, yeah, it's in this box. So we got more washers. I wish they'd given me a spare one for the other bit. Okay, washers are going to go where? Okay, we're going to put these here. Take this back like this. That back plate. We're going to put on, where was it? It's going this way. So that's basically just to stop that fire selector from going too far. We'll take these two screws. Okay, which screws were they? Was it these ones? I think so, yeah. Okay, so I can put that one there. Where did he put the washers? Did he put them underneath it? Okay guys, you need to be watching for me because I think I've just messed that up again, or I would have just put this on. Put that there. So he took the thing, he put it on, then he put the washer on. Okay, right, that makes sense. So we'll take this washer. Put that on top. Don't know why we would need this. And then same with this guy. Okay, so I'm presuming I can just tighten these down now. That would have been a great one to miss. Why have they given me washers? Okay, that's tight. Perfect. Uh-oh. Got the same issue. Okay, this is on full. Okay, we're not bad there. Yeah. I was worried there we were stuck. Okay, that's fine. And then we've got this. Yep. But look, when it's actually fired, I can't move the selector. That's fine. But I can't move this again. Okay, that was really strange. That was like not allowing me to do that. So that's weird. Okay, right, next bit. Okay, I can come back now to this one, guys, I think. Okay, so it looks like I'm just putting this top bit back on. Oh, hold on. Look at me with my technical difficulties now. I'm gonna quickly pull this over here. I'm gonna pull you guys onto this one. Sorry, I'm back. My camera is not overheating anymore, so let me just come back this way. We're gonna go. Did you guys like actually seeing it from that angle? Okay, so we're going to put this kit. I'm not sure how I'm actually going to run the like rail on it. Okay, so this guy is going to go on top. Perfect. I mean, this thing is so short. It's so short. That is there. This guy is going to go on here. Okay. And then we're just going to put all these screws back in, it looks like. So let's get to the screws. Yeah, I definitely, Gibson, need to like Loctite everything on here, because this is all like, there's so many screws here that now could just come out. And some of them are not that deep. Like these guys here are not that deep at all. If I have to take this thing apart and like work out what's going on again, like it's gonna be a bit of a nightmare. What is cool is this thing here, like the actual like gas block right there is literally now like housed inside, which I really like. Got one more there. Okay. What I really need is get some video editor to like cut this thing down to like the best parts, so that someone doesn't have to watch this for like 2 hours, what we've been going for now. I suppose it's gonna be a nice one where people can just sit down and like do their own teching and just kind of see me struggle. Probably actually should do this side before I tighten that too much. I presume that's what he's going to do. The finish on this thing is amazing. I have to say, it is really, really good. So I'll mess around with like how I'm going to do this rail configuration after. Because I can like flip it over. I can have it run as like a shorter, like less protruding kind of thing. I need to work out which sight I'm going to put on it. Because that, I kind of want something definitely modern, but I also kind of want something more like Russian, Eastern Bloc kind of based. Okay. Let's go back to the first ones again. Just pause that there. GBBRs. Like to rattle stuff loose, 100%, mate. My optic plate on my TT Sound Viper came loose. Yeah, I had that on my P320. Same thing, where the actual like optic plate flew off the top of it, which was weird. Okay, that's there, that's there, that's there. This is here. Oh, didn't strip that, but that could have been bad. Okay, now he's doing the small ones. Yeah, okay, so we can get this guy. I don't know what these are here to fasten, really. Maybe just to stop it from coming out over the gas tube. Like, you can see how many screws there are just along here. It's pretty nuts. Okay, tighten that, tighten that. Yeah, I think it's definitely quite a bit heavier. It's a bit heavier, but it also feels a lot more like kind of compact. Just a lot like shorter. I mean, it's going to be really cool. I definitely think I'm going to love it. Even if it's like not fun to play with, it's going to be like, you know, that kind of like fun, different one that no one's seen before. And it's so short. Okay. So we've got it there, got it there. I presume now we need to put on the actual groove here for the locking grip. Yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, so that means if it's got a specific groove to it, which is there, I think that means that I'm not going to be able to stick other grips on it at the moment, unless I'm really trying to do something. Okay, so then this, we're going to put it on the angle here on the side. This goes on tight as well. I mean, yeah, build quality for this thing is pretty solid. It's definitely nothing where I'm seeing stuff and I'm like, okay, this is something I don't like, or this is something that's not passed, shouldn't pass QC or anything like that. Like, the actual finish on it is pretty stunning. Again, this is something I'm going to need to thread lock, especially if I'm putting like force on this thing to switch it over. Don't tighten too much, tighten it slowly. Okay, so that's a good amount of resistance right there. Yeah, the reload on this thing is going to be super weird. Super weird. I have to just slam this shut, don't I? I don't think I don't want to do anything yet before he tells me I can do something. Okay, so now I can just bang it. Okay, that doesn't seem like it's locking in though. Oh, okay, it really needs to go in. Maybe I want to loosen it slightly. Ah, I just restarted the whole video. No, I didn't. It ended. Okay, hold on. So he's saying I need to, don't tighten it too much, tighten it slowly. Okay, so now I need to like slam this thing. Ah, there we go. Okay, nice. So if I now do that, I can like, I can't pull this sideways. Okay. Oh wow, this is tight. Okay, so that flicks in. I think that's just gonna wear in, but that is pretty, okay, that's pretty cool. It's almost like it'll like release like that, which is great. Okay, so I think we're done with that. So I can use this finger, which is perfect, and I can lock it in, and it flicks like that, but actually like flicking it is hard by itself, and then relocking it in without having something maybe here to like hold or brace against is gonna be pretty tough. Okay, so let's see if we can just get rid of that for now. And I'm thinking that we're done on the actual like put together video, and that is where we are with this. We didn't put some of these parts back in, which I'm slightly concerned about. I'm like, where did that go? Where was that supposed to be? But I do have this magazine, and obviously it's going to be very hard, and you can't put that in there without that out the way. So if I do this, I remove it. See, that doesn't fully lock into place either. So it almost needs to be really like out the way. Yeah, this is going to be a nightmare to reload. I can click it in, and then I can slam that back, and then that's back in. I mean, it is pretty damn cool looking for sure. I think this grip is going to be an absolute nightmare. I think it's going to be an absolute nightmare. I mean, it's easier to unload. I think like getting that out isn't, it's still pretty like awkward. Getting another mag in is fine. And you can kind of like pincer it, I think, but okay, I think it looks pretty cool, but I definitely am thinking we're gonna have to wear this thing in a bit. I have actually got, do I have one here? One of my, I have like a, just make sure this box is empty. That's empty, so we're all good. I do have a flash hider somewhere that I think could look quite cool on it, because I could put this on it, like that Quark M like EMG one, which probably would be pretty cool. Obviously it's got the original flash hider, which I don't think is going to look great. But I do have a 3D printed one, which, like, where did I put it? Like, so that's the other thing, like with this thing, it's going to be super short, super fun to play with, but it's quite like top heavy at the moment, as in like it's kind of pivoting a lot. And where do I put my hand? Like this hand is going to really struggle to go anywhere. I'll give you guys the desk view of it quickly so you can kind of see this in more close quarters there. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's definitely pretty cool. But like this is where I need to push this button. I need to push that in. If I can actually do it. See there, it's already like, I don't think it's fully locked in. So if I push that, there it clicks. Okay, if I push that, then it clicks. Then I can rip. Then I can like remove this. But this gets in the way for sure. Like it's not an easy removal of the mag. It's almost like I have to move my actual thumb out the way to do it. And I have to hold this like out in that position, then put that back in, then like rip it back. And I'm sure there'll be times where I won't click that fully back in before I use it again. What I actually want to do quickly is see the, I want to just put my camera back on so you guys can see me, but I want to quickly see if the other Saiga mags work a lot better in it, because I've got some of those here. Have I got an empty one? No, I don't have an empty one, but I'll empty this mag in here. So I can remove that there, I can do that, I can get the mag out, I can put, this is my issue, is that doesn't like lock. If that locks like that, great. But for me, that's not locking enough, and maybe it's because I haven't tightened this fully enough. I need to just tighten it a bit more. But it doesn't like fully lock out. And I think if it's not locking out, it's almost like a, yeah, and that's too tight now. So that's good, and that clicks in. That will rip out, but then it's almost like if you're not balancing this right, it's kind of get in the way. So it's like, okay, great, I can get this back in, but I'm definitely needing to like pull these apart or push them together. And that's like where it's gonna work. I may want to put some like lubrication there just to get it in. I think that looks a lot cooler. Actually, I don't know. Does it look cooler? It definitely looks cool. I don't know if it looks cooler. I don't know, it's pretty awesome, guys, I have to say. Like, let's see actually how it fires, because that's probably the biggest. Oh my God, it's done it again. It's not allowing me to fire the damn thing. Okay, that is working. Yeah, it is working. But when the actual mag is in, yeah, it's definitely gonna take like a lot of muscle memory, I think, to like get it going. Oh, you know why? I'm being such a dumb idiot. It's because it's on, it's like an empty mag. So it's getting the mag follower in there. What I'm not thinking is it doesn't have like the click that you would have with a normal AK. So it's just kind of got the, okay, so that's gone in now. That's clicked in fully. Now, if I do this, okay, so that's pretty sweet. That's what it's gonna be firing like. Got the empty mag thing again. Guys, I would have to say, like, this is very, very cool, but it's definitely not the going to be the easiest, I think, most useful thing to have in it. Yeah, see, it's getting like hold back, even though I've got it, technically I've got the mag on fire and empty. So it might just be this mag, but it's not allowing me to do that. I mean, this I think is like vital in some way. You're going to need some form of like bracing it to do that. Anyway, guys, let me just see quickly if I can find that suppressor, because it is somewhere, and I kind of would love to just kind of show you guys what that looks like with it on. But I'm pretty sure. I don't know where I've put it, which is really annoying because that was like what I was very, very excited to put on there. It literally is one of the ones I had that I just printed from this Bastard Labs print files, and it looked awesome. And it's got like a space for a 5Ku suppressor in it, and I can't find where it's gone. So maybe should we try putting, no, let's not try putting that on. Let's, because the other thing is like the rail clearance. I don't know how good that's going to be. Stick a long suppressor on it with a dust cover. I mean, that's always the issue that you have as well though with Saigas, is like the size of the barrel. I mean, that one wire effectively is holding everything together. So as soon as that wire goes, we're like done, which is pretty tough. But guys, I'll probably wrap it up with that. I hope you had a really good time watching this and kind of seeing me squirm and having issues. I'll do some shorts of it quickly, and I'll do like a little overview video just testing it. But yeah, that was the kind of live test of this, and I hope it was kind of enjoyable to watch. You know, it might have been a little bit kind of like bumpy up and down. Now I can't damn well. I can put it on safe, but only once I've like it's kind of like stuck there if I haven't got it racked. Like the trigger's almost like holding it in place, and I don't know why that is. So I don't want to rack it in safe. It's working. It's doing its thing. Hey guys, I'm very, very happy with the look of it. I don't know if I'm that happy with the functionality of it, but we're going to work that out in the next video. Thank you guys so much for being here. I will see you very soon on the next video. Thanks, Gibson. Thanks, Gustav. Been here the whole time. Ballistic Kark, looking great so far. Thanks, bud, as well. Speak to you all soon. See you. speak to you all soon. See you all soon. Goodbye.